Hello everyone, I am Tampa J and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Tampa Bay, just a few miles south of the tallest point of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Actually, it's right there behind me. If you look close, you can see it. Locals call it simply the Skyway. We're here to talk about something a little more serious than we normally talk about on this channel. A tragedy that took place right here on the bay 40 years ago.
A tragedy of untold proportions was unfolding in Tampa Bay today and continues at this hour. And once again, it involved the accident-prone Sunshine Skyway Bridge. But this time it was even worse than that tender tanker collision over 3 months ago when 23 U.S. Coast Guardsmen died. At least 31 persons are believed dead. At about 7:30 this morning, the bulk carrier Summit Venture crashed into the southern span of the bridge, tearing loose two different sections. They are in the water, another part is dangling, apparently ready to fall, and a car is straddling the gap between the bridge and open space.
This memorial was placed here at the beginning of the southbound portion of the old Skyway Bridge. Notice the freshly laid flowers there beneath the date. May 9th, 1980. 40 years ago exactly. The freighter Summit Venture struck the southbound Sunshine Skyway Bridge during a sudden and violent storm. 6 cars, a passenger bus, fell 150 feet into the bay. 35 persons were lost.
In order to explain how this happened, I guess you have to set the stage. According to eyewitnesses we talked to, it was raining heavily, foggy, the wind was blowing, and you could hardly see the top of the Skyway. 4 cars were driving up, and there was also a bus, a Trailways bus, carrying 23 people. Now, it was as they were reaching the top, at the same time, the 660-foot freighter was approaching the channel to go into port. It rammed into the bridge. Apparently, the people on the bridge did not feel the impact, but after that, the girders started vibrating, and they started vibrating where the concrete shook and fell into the water. Then the steel girder started falling. Cars fell in, the bus fell in. But this one man, Richard Hornbuckle.
It was dark, the wind was blowing like a hurricane. I was driving at about 20-25 miles an hour. A Greyhound bus, or some type of bus, passed me doing about 30-35, very slow. On the outside lane, I switched over. There was a stalled car here and got in behind him. And as I came to the very top of the bridge here, I saw the rest of the bridge was out and applied the brakes immediately and stopped with them in about 2 feet of going in.
Just before the Skyway Bridge disaster on January 28, 1980, another disaster took place right in front of the Skyway. The United States Coast Guard ship Blackthorn collided with another freighter ship, sinking the Blackthorn, killing 23 of its crew members. This memorial is erected here just north of the other memorial in the same park. The original anchor sits here in front of the memorial. Just beyond the Blackthorn Memorial is another memorial for the construction of the original Sunshine Skyway Bridge. We're about to head out to the north portion of the old Skyway Bridge. Currently a Florida State Park and fishing pier. Driving out onto the fishing pier, the old Skyway Bridge, it is $4 per vehicle, $4 per person, so it was $8, and this pass here will get us on both the south and the north part of the pier. This bridge is said to be cursed because of the horrible incidents that have transpired, along with hauntings of a ghost they call the hitchhiking ghost. Not the one at the Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom or Disneyland, but there is a hitchhiking ghost that people have seen that haunts the Skyway Bridge. I brought my big lens for my camera today so I could zoom way out there, and way out there you can see the South Fishing Pier. Look at that, the old Skyway Bridge. So somewhere in between here and there is where the incident happened.
We're aboard Captain Jack Nowling's 23-foot Mako, and we're less than, about 40 or 50 feet just to the just to the west of the Summit Venture, the ship that hit the Skyway Bridge this morning. She's a 606-foot ship out of Liberia, out of Monrovia. She is a phosphate carrier. However, we told she was not carrying phosphate when she was inbound this morning and hit the bridge. These incredible pictures I'm sure you're seeing right now are, of course, of the ship and a large part of the superstructure from the Skyway.
At the top of the Skyway Bridge, along each side, there are multiple telephones, hotlines for people who are trying to jump over and commit suicide, and unfortunately several and many people have. You've got the hitchhiking ghost, you've got people jumping off to their death, and you've got a ship sinking, killing United States Coast Guard servicemen, and 35 people falling to their death off the old Skyway Bridge. And this is why people think that the bridge is cursed. There's a lot of folks out here fishing right now. I used to come out here myself. My friends and I would stay out here all night fishing. It is a 24-hour park. A portion of the old bridge just kind of sits out there in between the fishing pier and the new bridge. This would have been the northbound lane of the old Skyway Bridge. Danger, falling debris. That sign right there kind of goes to show you that they are not maintaining this bridge. A portion of the old railing is fallen off and kind of dangling there by a thread. The salt air has heavily deteriorated this steel pipe. It looks like it used to hold wires inside there. The Skyway Bridge actually passes through 3 counties. The north side, Pinellas County, about 3/4 of the way through along Tampa Bay, is owned by Hillsborough County, and on the south side, Manatee County. Notice that this rest stop is closed and marked off because it is Manatee County. This park has been shut down, but the Pinellas County Park is open. The Pinellas County parks have remained open for the entire COVID pandemic. Join me now for a moment of brief silence for all the victims that were lost on January 28th and May 9th, 1980, and those who jumped off the Skyway Bridge. May their souls, all of their souls, rest in peace. Well guys, this is going to be the end of it. Thank you for watching, and journey with me next time. I am Tampa J, and I love to make videos. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you have not already. I appreciate you watching, my friends. Even though this is the end of the video, it is not the end of this little YouTube journey I'm on. I love to explore, I love going places, and most importantly, I love taking you with me. So that being said, I'll stop rambling and I'll end this video. Thanks guys, you're awesome and you are loved. Stay safe, be careful out there. There is much ahead, my friends.